One is called as Teamwork 365, which is for productivity and collaboration. Second is Secure IT 365, which is for security. Third is Data Center 365, which is for data center transformation. We are a winner of about 8 global and 8 India awards, and we are a 2-time Microsoft Partner of the World award winner also, and we are a Microsoft Gold certified partner. So first, let us discuss about the old IT technology matrix and the old opportunities which existed a few years back. So, typically we had a desktop engineer, we had a server engineer, we had a network engineer, we had systems administrator, we have a security engineer, and we had a client. Architecture used to be client server. However, last few years, there has been a big change in this. So what is this change? First and foremost is the cloud. Cloud is everywhere. You have a private cloud, you have a hybrid cloud, and you have a public cloud. So the first big change which has happened is that cloud has come in. Second big change which has happened is mobility. People no longer work only from their offices. People work from anywhere, people work from any devices. So mobility and BYOD, that means bring your own device as a concept. Third is big data. Data has exploded. The amount of data which we are generating in 1 year today, we used to take 10 years to generate that much data. So much data is getting generated, right? So that is a huge, huge change which we all should understand. Since we are focused primarily around Microsoft Cloud, I will give you a very brief idea about the Microsoft Cloud as it exists. There are 4 areas of Microsoft. First is known as modern workplace, which is around collaboration. Second is business applications, which is ERP and CRM. Third is infrastructure, which is data center. And fourth is big data and artificial intelligence. So as I mentioned, the first one is Microsoft. The solution is called as Microsoft 365. It has got 2 parameters. Parameter number 1 is collaboration productivity, which is Office 365. You must have heard of it. Second is security. Second cloud is called as Azure, which is the world's computer, we call it, which means think of it as a server, worldwide server where you can run anything and everything. And third is obviously the Dynamics cloud, which is for ERP and CRM, that is customer relationship management. Having said that, what are your opportunities? First and foremost, the opportunity is cloud, and linked with the cloud is digital transformation. Digital transformation is possible only because of the cloud. What is important for you to understand is that every company today is a IT company, because every company needs apps, every company needs IT. So every company has become a technology company. Second is opportunity was, first we used to have desktop support. Now we have cloud support. So cloud support is slowly replacing. Desktop support will not go away, because even to access the cloud, you need devices. However, the devices are changing. So it's no longer desktop, it is device support, which means people are accessing the cloud from the mobiles, from the tablets, from the laptops, from the desktops, just from multiple devices. So that's a second opportunity, device opportunity. I would not say desktop opportunity, I would say device opportunity. Third opportunity area is the productivity cloud. In productivity cloud, I will talk about Office 365 and G Suite, Google Apps, as two main productivity clouds, but there are so many others, but these are the two main clouds. Office 365 is from Microsoft and G Suite is from Google. Next big opportunity is infrastructure cloud. What do you mean by infrastructure cloud? It is nothing but your local data center which is now going to the cloud. Where whatever you had in the local data center, be it servers, be it networking, everything, now everything is moving to the cloud. So there, what is the big opportunity? I would say two big opportunities there, Azure and AWS. These are two big infrastructure opportunities. So productivity, we have two opportunities like Office 365 and G Suite. Infrastructure also, we have two big opportunities, Azure and AWS. Then security. Security is moving to the cloud. It is no longer on-premise. It is moving more and more. Security is moving to the cloud. So security again is a very, very big area and a huge potential because more and more companies are going to the cloud. So that's a huge thing. And then another opportunity is in Power Platform ERP CRM, which means for people who are more into the slightly business analytical thinking, that's another area essentially which is there. Now, let us also discuss very quickly about what is it that the employers want. Today's employers want people who are good, who have good presentation skills and good communication skills. I don't think there is any compromise there. We want people who are quick learners. We would definitely love to have people who have cloud certifications. We would want people to spend time doing online courses because the beauty today, the super thing today is that you have lots of courses available online and many of these courses are free. So, you have this opportunity of accessing those courses and becoming more and more better in your work by doing these online courses. Spend time on these online courses, right? Another area where I want you should spend time is on professional networks like LinkedIn. I know I've seen so many young people spending hours and hours on WhatsApp and TikTok and Instagram. Look, I got nothing against these platforms. My only point which I'm making is that please reduce the time which you're going to spend on these platforms. Maybe spend 15 minutes to half an hour, not more than that. Spend at least 1 hour on a professional network like LinkedIn. Polish up your professional profile. Take part in professional groups and learn what they are saying. Share what you know. Show people that you are knowledgeable. Once you do that, I think you will see that there will be more and more people who may want to associate with you. There will be more and more people who may want to, hire you because you become hireable. Understand one thing. The problem in India is not that jobs are not there. The problem in India is that we do not get the right kind of people. There are enough jobs and there is a big opportunity, but the right skill sets are not there. And for that, I think you have to take initiative. And this is the age in which you will have to push yourselves hard and try to spend time in improving yourself. Remember, knowledge, improving yourself is not a one-time activity. It's a continuous activity. So unless and until you are prepared to improve yourself on daily basis, you will find that you will lose out in the race. But people who are able to improve themselves on daily basis, they will go fast, really fast. That I want was my short talk about what are the different opportunities available today. What I would like is, if there are some questions, please ask. I'll try to answer based on whatever time we have. Please, I would like to open on questions, please. Though the questions can come via your center in charges also, which is fine. Remember, there are enough opportunities, so don't worry about the opportunity part, but it's only for the right kind of profile.
So, placement officers, please check if anyone having questions. Please write in chat box.
Please feel free to ask.
So, the question is, what is the best, Microsoft, Azure, or AWS?
Excellent. I'll tell you what. It is not one against the other. If you look at all the companies, they are investing in both the technology. So I would say whether you invest your time in Azure or in AWS, it does not matter. Both are excellent and both are giants. So you will not fail if you invest in any one of them.
So, which are the best platforms for free courses and certification?
The young crowd is so savvy, tech savvy. You just have to search. There are, I can do one thing. I mean, I can definitely later on share some links to the Microsoft courses which are free. Similarly, there are so many other courses which are free, like Udemy and so many things. Yeah, I mean, you have to just search and you'll get the courses available. I can share because we are Microsoft focused. I can share some, Microsoft free courses. That is not a problem. But there are other courses. In fact, I mentioned that you should go to LinkedIn. Search. There are so many things there on LinkedIn also. Okay, spend less time on things which are not so useful.
So, how company balances between security in the cloud?
There was a time when people's major question used to be, when people were going to the cloud, that is cloud secure? Today that question no longer asked. The reason is cloud is more secure than an on-premise. For a very simple reason, when it is on-premise, you have to depend on that one person who is managing your IT. He can do anything with your IT. But when you take your infrastructure to the cloud, the vendors like AWS and Microsoft and Google, they have to take extra care to ensure that there is no leakage. So the cloud infrastructure is very secure. However, we have to still, there are opportunities at the customer level to ensure that once the data enters the customer premises, you need to secure that. So there are huge opportunities in security, especially because of, the scams happening, the financial scams happening. So there are excellent opportunities for people who want to make a career in security.
So, what is the best certification for a student on cloud?
I think we should understand what we are good at. Some people who have got this, who are used to, let's say, who are very good at troubleshooting Windows servers and Linux servers, for example, they should look at Azure certification or AWS certification, one of the two. For people who are more into that email frame of mind and productivity kind of a thing, they should look more at Office 365 certification, because again, Office 365 is something which thousands and thousands of people are using. Thousands of people are using. So I think that's what would my answer be.
So this is related to networking. So is Cisco certification mandatory for networking?
Look, what is happening is whether it is Cisco or Oracle or anybody else, today everybody is going to the cloud. Okay, so if for example, if I were to talk about Azure, today on you have Oracle on Azure. Okay, you have every network vendor who was available. Barracuda is one of the big vendors. They are available on Azure. Symantec is available on Azure. So Cisco is also the Cisco certification. What does it teach you? It doesn't teach you about Cisco. It teaches you about networking. So if your networking concepts are good, I think you will do fine when you go to the Azure or AWS cloud, because even their networking concepts are absolutely required.
So there's a question like either artificial intelligence or cloud computing.
No, it's absolutely wrong question.
Wrong question.
I'll
Okay.
tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
Artificial intelligence is possible only because of cloud computing. So think of artificial intelligence as a category which you can specialize in. However, for you to do artificial intelligence, the platform is what? Cloud. I hope you understand. So it's not either or. Artificial intelligence based on cloud technologies would be my answer. But a big area, absolutely big area.
So this question is: will the core and nano servers dominate over GUI in cloud infra?
Uh, at this stage, please don't get into such hugely technical stuff. Okay. The what you have to focus on is very simple, that understand the nuts and bolts of infrastructure. See, nano servers, etc. These are all the types of servers which are available on the cloud. You focus on the cloud platform per se. That will be more important at this point in time.
So if quantum computers are coming, would cloud still be safe?
Again, quantum computing, quantum computing will be enabled with cloud. See, please understand that at the base, is cloud. Using cloud as a platform, you are doing various activities. So quantum computing, people are building quantum technologies, microprocessors, which are like super fast compared to, but leveraging that, you will need cloud technology.
So freshers would like to go on networking platform. That's their objective always. So what is the growth for them in that field?
Networking is absolutely essential. So people who are very interested in networking, they should go to the infrastructure cloud. Okay, I mentioned about this productivity cloud, Office 365 being productivity cloud, and AWS and Azure being the infrastructure cloud. So people who have got huge interest, first of all, I don't think you at this stage you should, it's lucky if you have that huge interest, because people need to take time to understand what they're good at. But when you are doing AWS and Azure, your networking concepts are super important.
So one question I wanted to ask
Sure.
is that see, the students who are doing cloud computing from our institute always feel that if I'm doing cloud computing, my job should start as a cloud computing, or I wanted to get into the same field. But at a starting level, it is not possible. So can you guide us which are the role for the fresher or for undergrads or grad for that matter, where they can start as a fresher on a different role and take the cloud as base of education and develop their career. So I wanted to understand basically the roles where they can start.
I think, as I mentioned in my brief talk,
Mm-hmm.
Even with cloud computing coming in a big way, to access the cloud, you need devices. Without
Yes.
devices, can you access the cloud? You cannot. So you should be in a position to manage multiple devices, which means that good old desktop engineer, we are talking about a desktop engineer migrating to a device engineer, which means the
Okay, sir.
person has to be very good with not just desktops, but devices in general, which means including video conferencing and mobiles, tablets, everything.
Sure, sir. Mm-hmm. Okay, so one more question the Bhopal Center has asked is that the Red Hat DevOps Cloud, is this all technology connected together?
One Red Hat DevOps.
DevOps and cloud. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just kind of separate the three. Okay. Red Hat is a vendor, Linux vendor, one of the leading Linux vendors. It is available, let's say, on Azure also. Red Hat has been purchased by IBM today, so it is a part of IBM. So it's like, offering a Red Hat based solutions on the cloud. Cloud is a platform. Red Hat is one of the solution providers on the platform. DevOps is a method of working, which means it's, if any company has got an IT department and they got software to be managed and, taken care of, using DevOps, you will be able to do it very well. So DevOps and Red Hat should not be confused. You might have a Red Hat, DevOps being done in a Red Hat environment, but DevOps is not Red Hat stuff. It is a separate thing, which is anyway very, very important in today's environment because it
Sure.
actually improves the way you manage your IT.
Sure. And the main challenge, sir, all the students or basically the centers are currently facing is that the students are fresher, they are not experienced. So getting job into the companies, because one is that every company nowadays is asking for graduates. That is one, yes. But secondly is that the skill set. So they wanted to understand is their career or how a student as a fresher can build his or her career into these fields.
Okay. So, see, the challenge here is one which I have always been very vocal about with Jet King is that students are not investing sufficiently on improving their personality and communication skills. I don't think that's something which is avoidable. And I have seen this myself that people are not making efforts also in education. At least the minimum I would expect is that when the students are talking with themselves and with the faculty and everybody, they should please spend time and talk necessarily in English.
Sure.
A, improve your English. B, improve your soft skills like, communications and do research. Yes, graduation, if you have a challenge with graduation, then it is, certification is helps. So if you're an undergraduate, but you are a, let's say, Microsoft certified, I think, that would to an extent kind of equalize the stuff. That would be my, but opportunities are there. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sure. Okay.
But like we will never compromise on communication, for example, and
I agree.
personality.
Most of the companies are, having the issue, and they are saying the same thing. Is that if the candidate is not graduate, but he has the necessity, like skills, technical and of soft skills, then they are, ready to consider.
Sure.
So I think so, sir. Most of the questions are done.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
so anything more questions if we get from the centers afterwards, so we will jot down
Yeah,
and
we can.
connect with
I can
for
definitely
five, 10 minutes.
come. Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks a lot, sir,
Yeah.
giving
Pleasure.
your time and guiding the student.
Pleasure,
It's
pleasure.
really
Yeah.
helpful for us.
I would wish all the students the very best. There are opportunities, but for people with the right skill sets. I'm making it very clear. It is not that everybody has got an opportunity. So please ensure that you develop the right skill sets. Right? All the
Sure,
best.
sir.
Thank you so
Thanks a
much.
lot, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.